My name is Deniz Temelgun and I do mixed martial arts, but my background's kickboxing, so I try to compete in kickboxing competitions, mixed martial arts competitions. I started off, you see, I've always wanted to do something to do with martial arts or something like that, but I've never had the courage to do it until I was about 14, 15. First of all, stepped into a boxing gym, did boxing for about 7 to 8 months, and then after I stopped, the club shut down, so I was left without a club for a while. I kept my training going, I was running and doing, weight training and whatnot. But then I found a judo club, so I started doing judo for 6 months. That was great, and then I hit the age of 16 when my GCSEs came in, so I had to take a break. And then the break was prolonged until I was about 18, 19. And then I found Supreme Kickboxing, and then I've been here for 2 years. I've been doing kickboxing, and we do all sorts of martial arts here. We do kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, judo, so it's my home now. See, I feel more at home with kickboxing only because it's what we mainly do here because we're a kickboxing club, and I feel like it's more exciting than all of my other martial arts, because when you watch a kickboxer fight, it's just, it's like, wow, his flexibility, his kicks, his punches, it's well-rounded. Whereas if you something like boxing, they're just, it's just punching, and something like Muay Thai, although it's punching and kicking, it's mainly kicking. Whereas kickboxing, you have to be well-rounded to be a good kickboxer, and you've got all the exciting kicks, like the spinning hook kicks, the spinning back kicks. So, kickboxing is the one I feel at home at, and the ones I need to work on, I feel like, is my to do with grappling, so something like my jiu-jitsu, my wrestling, my judo. Although I love judo, and I'm trying to really improve my judo game, I feel like my grappling still needs a lot of work, and that's why I feel more home with my striking, especially my kickboxing. Working out when to strike and when to grapple, you kind of have to see little openings. So when you see your opponent getting in close, and you see an opportunity that you can go for a double leg takedown and take him down, or you can go into, and you're in a clinch and you've got double underhooks, and you see an opportunity for a throw. I think that's that's kind of like an instinct. You've got the position, you can take him down or you can throw him, and that's when But whereas when you're at long range, you feel like there's a kick open in there. I can set up a kick. I can see his guards low. I can go for a kick in the body, kick to the head, and I think it's just an instinct, and it comes with experience. The reason I started off martial arts, every time I tell this story to someone, they laugh. As a kid, I'm sure most of you guys do it, you watch wrestling, professional wrestling, right? And you think, oh, that's so cool being in front of these people and stuff like that. And the way they have so much control over their bodies, and their fitness levels are like millions above everyone else. And then as you get older, you find out it's not real. And then UFC came into play, so mixed martial arts. And then you think, wow, that is cool. They're like real life gladiators, warriors, just have full control over their bodies, diet, fitness above anyone else. Don't get me wrong, mixed martial artists are the fittest guys in the world, because 25 minutes of fighting is not easy. And that just drove me to think, I want to do that. I want to, I've just always had a passion for martial arts and competing and stuff like that. So that's what made me step into a gym when I was young, just wanting to be a professional mixed martial artist. The competitions I've competed in so far, it really didn't take me a long time. I started training after I took two and a half years off, and when I got back to Supreme Kickboxing, I trained for 2 months, and after training for 2 months, I had my first UK1 bout at WCMA. I won that, and then so that was after just 2 months of training, and then I've been competing ever since. I've won British titles, picked up MMA wins, I've picked up K1 wins. And it's only a space of 2 years, and I've had in total, combining MMA, K1 and kickboxing, I've had 8 bouts. I've had 5 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw. There was a major turning point in my training, which happened last year, June, and that was I fractured my hand in one of my fights. And now that's, to most fighters, it's like, oh, it's a downer. For me, it was actually one of the best things to happen to me, because I took some time off training. I realized I was rushing everything, because I've only been training for not even a year. I've already had four fights. So I took some time off. I was watching back on my fights, and where I was not able to use my right hand for almost a year, my jab and my left hook became better than my right hand. So that's been a major turning point for me, because now when I compete, my jab and my left hook's favourite thing to use. So I can use both stances now, I can fight from both stances, jab, hook, left hook. it's perfect, and I've got just as much power on my left hook as I do in my right hand now, so breaking my hand was actually a really good thing for me.
Cool. What did you break? Was it the
second metacarpal, which was this one. He actually came out in the middle of the fight. Like it was a bone. I carried on fighting. I've broken it 3 times ever since, but I've now taken a year off. It's healed and everything, so it's all good. Competing first time Sunday. To make something your own, you see, everyone's got their own bodies, and something suits some people and something don't. And you see, the way you go about doing that is you practice. You know, first you learn it obviously, and you practice it until you get it. And then you try it in sparring. And once you've tried it in sparring, if it feels like it's working for you, then that's a technique for you, and that's something you have to work on and make it yours. I've had food techniques like food combos that my senseis taught me, and I think. At first you're like, but then you practice it a few times, you use a spar, and you're like, you know what, I can make that my move because it suits me, it suits the way I fight, suits my body, and that's how it works. One of mine is I've got 2. One is a fake left hook going into a spinning hook kick, because spinning hook kicks, there's no, it's my favorite technique, and I'll say it over and over again. And the reason being is because you watch it as a kid on TV, in movies, and you think, wow, that's so complicated, how cool is that? And then you start doing it yourself and you're thinking, that's not that complicated, I can do that, So, and obviously doing it off in your fights, and then you watch back and you're like, oh wow, I actually did that kick I dreamt of as a kid. That's one of them. The other one is jab, step in reverse, and a hook to the body. So that's it's really hard to master, and I'm still trying to master it. Well, that's for me. Some people might find it easy, but it really works. In sparring, it catches people out all the time, and once you've got a left hook to the body, you're winded, you're on the floor. So those are my 2 favorites. A lot of things inspire me, and that's the thing, just watching people on the top inspire me because I see the hard work they put in. But the thing with me is I try not to idolize one person because no one's perfect, but if you combine loads of different people together, then you've got perfection. So that's what I try to do. So I try to be inspired by different people. You see, as growing up, when I was watching mixed martial arts, my inspirations were Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, great strikers. And as you know, I enjoy my striking, but also really good grapplers as well. But they use their grappling not to grapple, but to kind of strike. So, like Chuck Liddell, who uses takedown defense to keep it on his feet and knock people out, which is what I enjoyed. And I also enjoyed powerhouses like, obviously he's not really a legend, but people like Brock Lesnar, and bringing so much power into it. So it's loads of different little people, loads of big people actually, that inspire me to keep going. And obviously Bruce Lee quotes here and there always help. So.